Hello! So I thought I'd start by showing you this picture. Because, yeah, I'm quite pleased with this one. I basically spent the day working on this yesterday. And, yeah, I showed you this one fairly recently. I mean, it's the same design, but just with the centre position shifted, really. But I think this is just a lot more successful. It's not perfect. I sort of messed up. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't, but the lines aren't as perfect as they should be, and that was my fault for messing up when I was mixing the paint, basically, and I put too much pigment in, and consequently, yeah, that affects the structure of the paint when it dries and the ability to keep all the lines true. But yeah, like I was saying before, it's all paint. The only technology that I use is a spreadsheet to work out the dimensions and the graduation between each element. So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do this one again. I think that board's 60 by 60. This was another one that I did fairly recently. Bit different, but yeah, I was quite pleased with this. So yeah, I'll probably have a go at something like that again. But yeah, so I mean, I spent the day messing around with things like that, and obviously listened to a load of records whilst I was working on everything. And yeah, I suppose this is a little bit like the previous video, in that was all sort of dance stuff that I'd been saving up. This is all library LPs and sort of library related releases, I guess. So yeah, there's not many albums here. I mean, it's all about the playlist. Can't really tell you too much about them. I think there's 13 altogether. There's loads of tracks on the playlist. But yeah, this first one here is probably my pick out of the lot of them, really. Yeah, this is basically a compilation from 1980. And it's all music by Richard Denton and Martin Cook. And there's 12 tracks on here. And every track is the A and the B side from 6 singles put out in the 70s and 80s. All of them under their name, apart from Quiller. That's the earliest one. That was from 75, and that was just released as Quiller. And honestly, this album's brilliant. I've put six out of the 12 tracks are on the playlist because they're that good. And this record's not particularly expensive. I think the median's 12 quid. Yeah, and it's well worth getting. So yeah, it's just on that BBC label. This is another BBC record. This is from 73. So this is all by Paddy Kingsland. I'm not into this in the same way. I'd say mostly this sounds pretty goofy, really. There's one standout track on the A side, Vespucci. Well, that's really good. Yeah, same label. So yeah, all these other ones now are library LPs, I guess. I don't know too much about library music. I suppose I've been listening to music and looking for records for a long time. But yeah, library music is only something I've fairly recently sort of been aware of and enjoying. So yeah, there's a lot to explore. There's a lot of it that's expensive. None of these are expensive. They're generally sort of between 10, 15, 20 quid. A lot of them I got from Covers 33. They seem to have like they got a couple of boxes, and there was a couple of times where I just went through what they'd got and sort of pulled out anything that looks interesting. Mostly it's all late 70s, early 80s, and all sort of synth-based stuff. But yeah, this was just a random one. Can't remember, I got this somewhere else. This is a for nothing record. I think the Discogs median on this is about £3. So it's on this Bosworth music label, which is a library label. This is from 85. Can't tell you too much about this. Each side has got different artists. The B side, Henry Thomas, nothing much going on there. But yeah, it's this side here with Oswin Falcero and Charlie Chiappi, maybe. I'm not sure. But there's a couple of decent tunes on here. Zilch and Brain Blast, the two that I've put on the playlist. Not all of these tracks that I've put on the playlist were on YouTube, actually. So there's a few that I've recorded. So it sort of just goes to show there's still stuff out there to discover that you can't listen to digitally yet. That's the label. Yeah, I think all of these now are probably from Covers 33. So this is Bruton Music Leisure. This is like a compilation of loads of different artists. Lots of sort of familiar names. Alan Hawkshaw, Duncan Lamont. This is from 78. Discogs median on this is 23 quid. A lot of this is orchestral and maybe not entirely what I'm looking for, but Keith Mansfield, Warm Glow, that's really good. And John Cameron, Playgirl, also great. So yeah, I've put those on the playlist. It's on this label. Yeah, and I think everything now is Music to Wolf. So literally every label is like this. They're all late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, so I mean, I'll just show you the back so you can see. So this is played by Galaxy, Modern Synth. Jupiter is the standout on this one. Where is it? Oh yeah, elite track. 82, 19 quid for the median. So, there's plenty of library stuff that's affordable. This one was a bit different. Hair of the Dog. Bit of damage here, so I must have got it cheaper. So this is played by Patchwork. Rock sounds with emphasis on guitars. But, I mean, it's definitely a rock funk sound. Yeah, enjoyed all of this, to be honest. I think that's the thing with a lot of the libraries. Like, there might be one or two that jump out, but maybe you wouldn't want to listen to the whole of the album. Whereas this one, yeah, I kind of enjoyed it all. This is from 78. I can't remember what track I've put on the playlist, to be honest. Maybe it was Space Shuffle, I'd have to check. Yeah, and this one was a little bit different as well. 25 Years of Pop. This is from 80 or 81, I think. 81, yeah. Yeah, so it basically just covers a lot of the styles of music from 50s rock and roll up to disco and punk. And they're all original compositions, except they're blatant rip-offs of popular tunes from the time. And again, this was one that I played in full yesterday. Really enjoyed it all, to be honest. Hot, Hot, Hot is the one I've put on the playlist. You can see these have all got vocals, whereas there's an instrumental version played by Flint and Wazzo. But yeah, this isn't an expensive one particularly. 13 quid is the median value. And yeah, then there's 3 here that are all by Astral Sounds. So Slipstream, Kaleidoscope, Scorpio. And they put out loads of stuff. I think they've got one other by them. I think I was reading they did 21 library LPs between 77 and 86. So Kaleidoscope is an earlier one from 78. So yeah, I mean, it's all sort of keyboard and synth sounds. But yeah, this had a couple of good tracks. Frozen Clock and the title track. Kaleidoscope. There it is. And then Scorpio. Yeah, I had to record both of these. This is from 82. So Monotype and Reactors version 1 are the ones that I've put on there. But yeah, you can sort of read the descriptions. And Slipstream from 78. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling this album particularly, but Zenith is a good tune, so I've put that on there. Yeah. And then, yeah, this is quite cheap, this one, to be honest, and surprisingly, because it's Alan Parker. It's from 1981. It's got some of the tunes used in Prisoner of Cell Block H, and the median is less than a tenner. But yeah, there's some good stuff on here. Airwaves, Glare 2, Multipoint. I think I recorded that one. That wasn't on YouTube before. So yeah, that's a decent one. So this is Over the Moon. This is by Unit 9. 1982. This is a cheap one. This is like 6 quid. Shuttle Music. Oh, do you know, this was one where there's like a few songs that are 2 or 3 minutes, and then there's like snippets of like intros and accompanying sort of pieces that go with them. But yeah, Shuttle Music I recorded. That's pretty good. Fish and Chips, which is a great title. That was already on YouTube, so yeah, that's worth checking out. And then finally, yeah, this is Push Button by Ruba. This is the most expensive, to be honest. This goes for about 35 quid. It's 2 guys out of Soft Machine, seemingly. Carl Jenkins and not sure who the other guy is. Is it Mike Ratledge? But yeah, there's some decent stuff on here. Battle, Turnpike, Zigzag is the one that I've recorded. Put that up there as well. Yeah, this was from 79. But yeah, if you like the sound of any of those, check them out. Cheers.